Alright, coming to you live from Canyonlands National Park. So there are 4 different zones that make up the park. You've got Island in the Sky, which is the most visited. That's on top of the big mesa, and you can drive around and just see all sorts of cool pull-up spots and vistas of the canyons below. You got the Needles, which is in the south corner, and then off to the west is the most rugged, and you can kind of see over my shoulder there. And then separating all of these zones is the river system. Right now I'm standing outside of Upheaval Dome and going for a shorter hike. One great thing about this park is there are tons of short hikes, which makes it doable with the heat. So right now it's about 90 degrees and getting a little warmer. I saw a little note attached with all this calling Canyonlands a wilderness of rock, and I think that's a really good way to look at it. What jumps out to me, different from like the Grand Canyon, which is just one big canyon, there are canyons in every direction, and just everywhere you look, it's another place to explore. As far as attractions in the park go, some of the big things to do are hiking. There are hiking trails all over, whether you want to do a short one or a long one down to the canyon floor. Plenty of biking opportunities, great road system, but driving, that is one of the biggest focuses on a park that I've seen. So you've got the White Ring Trail that you can drive around the lower part of the park along some really cool looking roads, but even just driving around to these different vistas and overlooks, it's incredible. So the park is located just outside of Moab, Utah, which means that you are in a high desert. So in the summer, it's a lot of high temperatures. The park can get up to 100, but during the winter, it's anywhere from 30 to 50, and yes, it does snow here. With canyons come heights, and oh my goodness, hope you aren't too afraid of them. Hiking out here is no joke, so definitely be prepared. Bring as much water as you can, take a lot of breaks, get in the shade when you can, and most importantly, keep that AC running. Literally the only animal I've seen so far is a small lizard that just ran across and a bird. So it's definitely different than Yellowstone. Which is the furthest south overlook that you can do in the Island in the Sky. It's not the furthest south you can go in the park. That's the Needles. But in order to get there, if you have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, you can drive the rest of it. Or, like me, I've got a car, so I'm gonna have to actually drive through Moab and enter on the south side of the park like that. Okay, we made it. This view is an absolute stunning. Definitely be sure to fill up before you get into the park. They do not sell gas here, and if you did the full loop of the island in the sky, it does use a little bit of gas, so just be aware of that. What the heck is this? I thought this place is called Canyonlands, not Grasslands. Ha! So I'm starting to get delirious, coming up with jokes as I'm hiking. So I parked the car way back there, and this trail leads to the edge of the mesa. It's 2.5 miles to it, but you can do 5 miles down to the bottom. But since I would make that a 10-mile round trip, I'm just gonna do the canyon edge and back. Just absolutely stunning. Okay, and we are just leaving the park. So, man, I've been here once before, but just kind of an in and out, so this was my first full park experience, and it's already 5. I have to go to the second part down the road. Man, that was absolutely gorgeous. Like, incredible scenery in every direction. The mesas were awesome. Is that it had mesas, buttes, arches, rivers, like every major types of geological landform you can think of. So that part was awesome. The one thing though I do want to reiterate basically is the message to drink plenty of water and watch the heat and basically just be safe by the rocks. Those are very critical messages that they do tell you about up front, but absolutely you got to be watching how much water you're drinking. So just a quick FYI, if ever you want to take pictures of the Mesa Arch at sunrise, I recommend not showing right up at 4 in the morning and catching that first glimpse of the sun rising over the mountains. If you actually wait until it's up, then you block out the sun with the arch. You can actually see the canyon floor with a lot of cool lighting, and you don't have to fight the crowds. That was pretty intense. It was almost like Black Friday, but hope that helps.